Bakich, is everything okay with Cam? What can we see for the future for him?
I think he's fine, yeah. He just kind of tweaked his shoulder a little bit on the slide. He did the same thing when we got out there. He said it was the same thing he did last year, diving back into the base against Louisville. His shoulder kind of tweaked it a little bit. I don't know what exactly, but he seemed fine afterwards. He was able to throw and move around, no problem. And so I think he got another hit his next AB. So it's that's what Cam does. But I think he's okay. May be sore, may need to get some treatment on it, but I don't think anything serious.
Coach, you're 4-0 to start out the year. What have you liked the most out of Team 127 so far early in?
I like the kids, like the teammates that we have. It's a great group. There's been a part of a lot of good teams, but it's the teammates that make the great teams. And so this is a really good group, good leadership. We have 7 captains. We have 3 more leadership council guys, two rising leaders. It's really a lot of fun to be around them. So I think we'll have a special team just because of the people that sit in these seats that you're in this classroom. It's just a special group to be around. So whatever happens, it's they're a lot of fun to be around.
Y'all have 10 more runners on base today. Is that something even a little bit worrisome for you?
10's not that bad. One's bad, but it's one of those things. We're getting on base a lot. We're not going to hit them all in. I don't like it when we leave runners at third with less than 2 outs, or strand runners, or don't score a runner from second. Where it's bothersome is when you have a runner at third with less than 2 outs that doesn't score, or you have a runner at second with no outs that doesn't get advanced to third. Those are the ones that we should execute that at least a 70% clip. So it's not how many got left on base, it's what percentage of them did you knock in with less than 2 outs and get over to third with 0 outs. And if it's 70%, then I'm good, and it's one of our game goals offensively. If we line out with the bases loaded and 2 outs, you can't, there's nothing really bad about that. So it's not really looking at the total quantity of runners left on base, but the execution percentage of getting them over, getting them in. So we are certainly could be better in that category. I have to tally it up. We did not reach that goal in either of the 3 games this weekend. The closest we got was 62.5%, or 5 of 8. So we'll see. That'll just be an area that we'll keep focusing on, and we're certainly not going to harp on it. We're just going to train it and make it a priority, and put guys in a position to move the ball when they have RBI situations. So, but we leave a lot of guys on, but we've been scoring too. So where I like how these guys have responded is we also have had a lot of 2-out RBIs. So we don't get the job done occasionally knocking a guy in with less than 2 outs, and then someone comes up and gets a big 2-out RBI. So as long as we're scoring runs, that's going to be the ultimate stat. But yeah, you're right. We could be better at not leaving as many on base.
What's sort of the plan with Gordo as you continue to ramp him up?
Starter, build his pitch count, and then see where it fits with the rotation. I think ultimately that's the plan. But just keep getting his pitch count up, keep building him up, and get him ready to go. But he looked good out there in the first inning. He was throwing hard and throwing strikes. Curveball looked good. Yeah, I mean he's really good. So I think the more he settles in, he'll just keep getting better and better.
Obviously, hitting a grand slam as your first hit is unique, but is there anything unique about Jared as an athlete you think that allows him to be able to produce that type of?
Yeah, Jaron is he's a special kid. You know, he's a son of a single mother, Betty, who works multiple jobs in Detroit. You know, to put her son in a good situation. But Jaron didn't grow up like a lot of other kids grew up, and you know, he's got a very unique perspective on life, and he always has a smile on his face, and he appreciates everything, and the level of gratitude that he just operates his life with. He is a positive life force. He appreciates everything. The smile on his face is contagious. He's a magnet, and everybody gravitates to him. And those are the reasons why he's a great baseball player, because of who he is as a person.
Does that make it that much more special when you know that backstory?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's an easy one to cheer for.
Any other questions for Coach?
Coach, in fall, we talked about the middle infield. Now we can switch up a little bit, basically some positions. And Chufo got all four shortstop since the opening day. We saw Blake play second and back to third today. Against the weekend series against Kennesaw State, can we see more movement there in middle infield?
Could. I mean, Jacob Hinderleiter's the one that could slide over to short if we needed. But Chufo's playing a really good shortstop, and you know, Blake, we know Blake can play third because he played there all last year, but it was more of wanting to get Jaron a start, get him into the lineup, and Jaron's, you know, best at second base, where Blake has the versatility and has done it before over at third, so it was more just Blake, you know, moving over for the night. But Blake will be back at second, and that certainly won't be the last we see of Jaron Purify. He'll be back in there, and just got to find ways to keep getting these guys in. You know, I mean, Nolan Naraki and Cooper Blauser and Jacob Hinderleiter, like, and Jaron Purify, they all have to play. And it's just finding ways to get them in and keep everybody in a rhythm. So that's our challenge. That's going to be tough. But yeah, you may see some moving parts. But yeah, we've just, you know, really like the way Chufo defensively has played shortstop, and so with a new second baseman there tonight, just wanted to have that stability at short. But they look good together. Turn that nice double play there at the end.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks guys.